I-76. I just got done watching the David Lemieux versus Billy Joe Saunders. It was a blowout. Billy Joe Saunders beat him every round. He made every round look the same. I thought Billy Joe Saunders could have knocked him out if he would have stepped it up a little bit, but hey, he beat the man, bloodied his nose. See, one thing I see about Billy Joe Saunders is he's a boxer. He's an outboxer. He uses his jab, but he commits to his jab. He steps into, when he throws that jab, it's not a pawing jab, he steps into it. He made David Lemieux nose bleed, you know what I'm saying? So he was definitely stepping into that jab, throwing his right hand, throwing hooks. He was switching from southpaw to orthodox. His feet are very good. He's a shifty guy up in there. He throws great feints. He said that he's willing to fight Triple G. I know, a couple of years ago he made that statement that Triple G had beat him and Chris Eubank Jr. on the same day, and he still has that around his neck. He gonna have that around his neck, that statement around his neck, until he get in the ring with Triple G. So, I got down on him. A lot of people got down on him, rightfully so, because you don't say, you know what I'm saying, you don't compete in this sport to say somebody, you know what I'm saying, you don't even want to fight them because you know they're gonna beat you and another guy on the same day. But you know what I'm saying? He's gonna have that around his neck until he get in the ring with Triple G. But I'm gonna tell you one thing: he can compete with Triple G and possibly beat Triple G. The only thing about Triple G is Triple G can cut off the ring. Triple G knows how to cut off the ring. You know what I'm saying? David Lemieux, he don't know how to cut off the goddamn ring, man. He did not cut off the ring. Man, if a man going right, man, you got to step over there to make him go to a way that he don't want to go to. You got to make him shift his feet. You know what I'm saying? You can't just follow him around like a puppy dog, getting jabbed all day. That's what David Lemieux is very limited. Now, he got great power, but his power is only effective against a little bit lower level boxers that he can cut off the ring with, that can't be consistent in the ring in what they do. You know what I'm saying? Or if we fight another puncher that's trying to punch him out and he can overpower them. You know what I'm saying? Like he did Curtis Stevens. But David Lemieux, you know what I'm saying, when he steps up and fight, better opponents, he always come up short. That's why, I didn't do a prediction video on this because I didn't see Billy Joe Saunders enough. I knew what David Lemieux was bringing because I seen enough of his fights. But I seen Billy Joe Saunders in clips, you know what I'm saying? I never really seen a whole fight. This is my whole fight I seen him in. I seen a couple rounds of the Chris Eubank Jr. fight. I seen some rounds of the Willie Moreau fight. But I never really seen a whole fight, so I wasn't going to make a prediction off a guy that I really didn't see. I got to see at least 3 fights before I make a prediction off of you, at least 3 before I'm comfortable with making a prediction, because it's kind of asinine to make a prediction and, you know what I'm saying, you've only seen clips of a fighter. But when I heard about the fight, I thought Billy Joe Saunders, based on the way he fights and the clips that I seen, I said, yeah, he gonna get David Lemieux a lot of problems, because one thing about a guy that moves like that, a puncher needs to be set. David Lemieux needs to be set to really hit you, and Billy Joe Saunders is a constant mover. So I knew that was gonna give him problems right off the bat. But yeah, Billy Joe said in the interview that he's willing to fight Triple G now. He's willing to fight Canelo. He said he would even sign a deal with Golden Boy right after this fight. He said, I'm fighting this fight because I want to sign the fight deal with Golden Boy. So that's, hey, so he's willing to sign the Golden Boy because he want to get to Canelo. He will beat Canelo, man. I'm telling y'all, he will beat Canelo for this reason. The reason why Laura gave Canelo problems because Canelo was another guy that needs to be set for his punches, and Laura did not let him set to land anything big up top, especially up top. Now Canelo was able to land a lot of body shots, but he was not able to land a lot of face shots. And you know what I'm saying? The judges don't give you a lot of credit for body shots. They give you some credit, but they don't give you as much credit for face shots. You know what I'm saying? People want to see people get hit in the face. You know what I'm saying? So, but Billy Joe is even more frantic on his feet than Laura. And another thing, Billy Joe Saunders commit to his punches. Laura don't commit to his punches, man. Not often enough in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Laura is more fleet-footed, trying to get away from you and stay away from you and want you to come in so he can counterpunch you. Billy Joe Saunders can do both. He can box, go forward, and he can counterpunch you. But the one thing about Billy Joe Saunders is, see those quiet rounds, Billy Joe Saunders can win because he got a consistent jab that he commits to. He pops your head back with it. The judges can see the punch land. The judges can see his crisp jab. He probably got the best jab at 160, man. It's one of the best jabs at 160. He a problem for anybody at 160. I'm telling you, the way he fights, he's a problem with. And not only do he likes to box, he likes to fight. He likes to mix it up. You can see in a couple of those rounds, he was bagging Lemieux up. And look, if he would have stepped it up a little bit, he probably could have stopped Lemieux. He had broke Lemieux's spirit by round 6. By round 6, probably before round 6, he broke his spirit. You know what I'm saying? By round 6, it was over. It was over mentally. It was over. Now, only thing physically, Lemieux kept on trying. You know what I'm saying? I got to give him a lot of credit for that. He kept trying, but he got blown out every round. He did not win a round. When you can't make an excuse to give a guy a round, usually the judges, you know what I'm saying? You can give a guy a round. You know, he did better in this round than he did last round. But give him this. No, he did not. Every round looked the same. If you seen round 1 in this fight, you seen round 12. 11, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You seen every round was the same. Carbon copy. David Lemieux following Billy Joe Saunders around like a puppy dog, getting jabbed and getting hit with every punch in the book. It turned into an exhibition. That's what it turned into. It looked like a sparring match between a guy that's a novice fighting a guy that got pro experience. That's what it looked like. I hate to disrespect David Lemieux like that, but he is very limited. He is very, very, and he was in his home country. And I got to give Billy Joe a lot of respect for going to his home country. Billy Joe was a champion, but at the same time, champions got to travel, man. You know what I'm saying? This is the era where I'm holding people's feet to the fire, man. You got to travel. You can't be always in your comfort zone. You know what I'm saying? Go outside your comfort zone and let's see how you do out there. He went outside his comfort zone and blew a guy out on the scorecards in his own country. So that's saying a lot. So he get a lot of props for that. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders, he barely got hit in the fight, so I can't say that David Lemieux, tested his chin, because shit, he barely got hit. So, man, it was a really good one-sided fight. I can say that. It was a really good one-sided fight. You know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders. And another thing, got to start giving him his props, man, because he beat Chris Eubank Jr. And I hear a lot of people I rate Chris Eubank Jr., you know what I'm saying? I rank him, you know what I'm saying, as a good fighter. You know, he got a nice test in front of him with George Groves, but I rank him as a good fighter. He got good skills. You know what I'm saying? He can fight. But if you rank Chris Eubank Jr., then you got to rank Billy Joe Saunders. Billy Joe Saunders beat him. He beat Chris Eubank Jr. You know what I'm saying? He beat Willie Moreau Jr. So he beat some quote unquote black fighters that are slick fighters. You know what I'm saying? They can move in the ring. They got rhythm in the ring. He beat those guys. You know what I'm saying? Now he beat David Lemieux. He also beat Andy Lee. Did he stop Andy Lee? I'm not sure. I think he stopped Andy Lee, but he beat Andy Lee. So, you know what I'm saying? Billy Joe Saunders is building up his resume, man. He's making the case for one of the best 160-pound fighters, which I think he's one of the best 160-pound fighters, man, because he fighting all different kind of styles, man. He fought a puncher tonight, a puncher that likes to pressure you, Willie Moreau that liked to box. He outboxed the boxer, and he beat the guy that's a boxer puncher, which is Chris Eubank Jr. So he's showing you that he could beat different styles. That's what makes a great fighter that can beat different styles. So the way that man fights, the way he and he understands space in the ring. He understands space in the ring. He really understands space in the ring, because he can be in punching range and be outside your punching range. And you know what I'm saying? He moves his head very well. He moves his upper body very well. The man is going to be a problem, man. He's going to be a problem for Triple G too, because Triple G, you know what I'm saying? Triple G, although Triple G is really, really good and Triple G can cut off the ring, Billy Joe Saunders can give Triple G a lot of complex problems, man. And to me, he could beat Canelo. To me, he can beat Canelo, man. I think Billy Joe Saunders will beat Canelo, and a lot of people be surprised on how he will beat Canelo, how it would look, because the way Canelo fights, keeping his feet in cement, yes, he can move a little bit, but his feet do be planted in cement, and his feet has to be set to run off his punches. You know what I'm saying? Canelo is not a guy that can run off his punches on his toes. So Billy Joe Saunders may outclass him. De La Hoya may not put him in the ring with Canelo right. You know what I'm saying? Not right away at least. But I like to see that fight. I like to see the Triple G fight. I like to see him against Charlo. I like to see him against Andrade. I like to see him against a lot of those guys. But yeah, let me know what you think about the fight. Billy Joe Saunders showed off last night, man. I didn't stay up for the fight because I'm only gonna stay up for fights that I really want to see. I gotta get up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I ain't about to stay up 12 o'clock at night trying to chase no fight. So I see it the next day. It's about to start 8576. I'm out.